Well, hello and welcome to another edition of the Big Freaking Friday Show on the College Football Mafia Network. I'm your host, Nathan Bomber Brown. Sorry, College Football Mafia. Yeah, I said network. I got that right. Right next to me over here is the Wild Ute, and down here
Hey.
is the Mighty Moen. How are you guys doing this week?
Doing freaking amazing. Happy freaking Big Friday, guys.
It
Yeah.
is.
Friday.
Now that the
I
week's
agree.
over, I'm so much better.
Something
go.
we just noticed tonight that we're going to crow about a little bit is that all three of our teams, that would be the Ohio State, that would be the Utah Utes, and BYU Cougars are all in what is now the top 13.
Let's go.
And you have schools that are going to be playing this weekend: Texas, Oklahoma, just in Notre Dame plays Pitt. Playing games that I'm getting a kind of itchy feeling on my spine, like something's going to be happening this weekend that's related to wins and losses. What do you guys think about that going into a big weekend?
Oh, we got the pick'em coming up, and there might be some spicy upsets in that pick'em. You better believe it, because that's going to happen. There's going to be mad chaos coming, and I think the SEC is going to be nuking some nasty losses and everything, and some Big 12 teams, Moen, are going to be hopping over them for good. I don't want to hear any 9-3 team getting into the playoff. I don't care if it's Texas or
Let's go.
Oklahoma or Vanderbilt
Let's
or
go.
Bama. 9-3 doesn't get you in the playoffs. No, Moen,
Well-
it does not.
Then you better remove your ears, Ute, because it's going to happen.
It is not. I do not think it's going to happen. Look,
Oh,
I am
okay.
pretty good about 9-3 would be an abysmal decision, because you're bouncing the Big 12 second team for a 9-3 team.
Yeah.
Screw
I,
that.
I, understand,
man.
I
No
understand
way.
that. I understand that. But hey, the SEC, man, it's the best conference in America. What do you want me to do about it?
Well, as long as they keep
They-
talking about themselves, they are. There's no doubt about that. Everybody will notice behind me. First, I'll point out mine because these are the ones I have. My aunt is in SEC country, and she sent me a bunch of pennants, and she sent me some stuffed animals. I got an Auburn tiger right here, and I got an Alabama elephant behind me here. Ole Miss Rebels, who are in the top, 5 now in the college football playoff. Their pennant is up right now, and I will be rotating through those throughout the week. Throughout the next several weeks, so everybody gets a chance to see them. I want to thank Leslie and her family so much for sending those to me. You've got something to reveal behind you.
Trying to figure out where to put this up, guys.
Right.
We got some new signage here.
I love it.
Got my Utah man cave, and so I got to figure out where it goes in the back here. I've got a lot of Utah swag. I probably need to mix it up a little bit more, but something new coming up soon.
I love it. And Moen,
I'm in my New York apartment.
that's what I wanted to know. Is that
Um,
a
I'm
Picasso
in New
behind
York
you?
this week. I got some business out here.
Okay. I will offer, if you guys want us to put up your school stuff, just send us a DM on Twitter, and we'll communicate with you, and we'll get that sorted out. But we put stuff up behind us all the time. At least I do. And if you want your school to be represented, game day stuff like that, that's what we have these for. Anyway, okay, we're going to get to some news and notes before we actually jump into our picks this week. I'm going to quickly run through a couple that I have, talk about them in the group, and then you guys decide kind of where we go from there. This is Pete Nakos. I liked this of all of them that came out. USC came out today. Moen, what did they do? What did they say?
They talked a bunch of crap. Pretty much Jen Cohen talked about the scheduling Notre Dame. Notre Dame, if they want that game to continue as a rivalry game, it's going to happen within the first 4 weeks of the season.
Yeah, I think,
which is completely understandable for USC. It's hard enough for them to compete in the Big Ten, obviously, just like it was hard enough for them to compete in the Pac-12 at the end. So adding having Notre Dame week 8, week 9 did them no favors. So that's one thing they talked about, was getting rid of anything beyond week 4. Notre Dame, that Notre Dame series might be dead. It might be dead.
And I would just add to that, everybody knows now, Notre Dame, last year we had the Boise State example. Have a great loss and you can still do well in the CFP rankings. This year it's all about Notre Dame. They lost 2 games at the beginning of the season, one after the other, that immediately a lot of people came out and said, oh, they're out. They're not going to make the CFP. And then we turn around 9 weeks later and we see, wait a second, they were in the first, and they were top 10 in the first rankings. Now what are they, 9 now? It doesn't really matter because they're in it with the same number of losses as Miami, and Miami beat them. So you lose in September, everybody has amnesia in November. That's what this is all about. And USC saying, sure, we'll play you, but this is the time. If we're going to play you and lose, we want to do that in September.
Yeah, it's always been the same, guys. Like, if you lose early and then you get momentum and rip off a bunch of win streaks and stuff, people think you're a different team.
I agree with
people
you.
think that you've upgraded, improved and stuff. You're hot. And so it's always more advantageous to lose early. You lose late, even to good teams, you're screwed. So might as well play the big boys at the beginning of the schedule and put the powder puffs like the SEC does with Fordham.
So why doesn't
like
Big
Citadel.
12 do that, Ute? Why doesn't Brett Yormark?
Good question.
Yeah,
why
we
don't
should be
do
playing
that?
in September. BYU, Utah, and Texas Tech all played each other round robin this year. They should have done it in September.
Well, that's what they did with Farmageddon this year. So like I think we're on the right page, but like, yeah, I mean, scheduling schools like the Citadel, like for Ole Miss or whoever's playing them this week, somebody's playing them this week or next week in the SEC.
Ole Miss played them last week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and so it's all about momentum. It's all about the optics, and it's all about who's hot right now. And so that's the game, guys.
What have you done for me lately, right? And that's what I think. Mo, and you were going to say something before I read this quote here.
Yeah, I was going to say the other part of this is the Big Ten private or public capital investment fund.
Yes.
Jen Cohen mentions this and that they're looking at it very strongly and more or less she's negotiating. They want to do what's best for USC.
As they should, USC,
best for it's basically Jen Cohen saying, if you put us in the top tier, then we would have a very favorable view of it.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they want, but they're blue blood, Moen. They should have been at the very first blush. They should have been in tier 1. If you're breaking them into tiers, there's no way you put USC anywhere else than tier 1.
I don't disagree with you. I think USC should be in tier 1, but USC is 2 years into the Big Ten now.
Okay.
The 3 schools that have been here the longest, Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, who've carried the conference for the last 30, 40 years.
Yeah, but nobody cares. It's about media dollars now, Moen, and being a blue blood.
Today. Yeah.
It's about today. It doesn't matter what you did.
There's
20
a
years
system,
ago.
but the deal has a system where you can climb up. USC can climb up. It's about USC putting together a winning program, which they haven't done since Pete Carroll was coach.
Again, Nebraska has been longer. They're in the
Big Ten. Nebraska's not in the top tier.
They're not because they haven't competed for the last 30 years. At least they've won something in the last 20 years. USC has. Nebraska hasn't won anything in almost 30 years.
Yeah, the last time
the top tier.
96, 97 was the last time Nebraska was relevant.
I agree.
So that's 30 years. That's
but
the math.
USC was 2003, 2004?
2006. 2006.
Okay. 2005, 2006.
That 20 years, if you're looking at time, 20 is way different than 30.
Right, but I think that they need to show, in that time period, Penn State has competed for a national championship. Michigan's competed for national championships. Ohio State has competed for national championships. So,
what do you think, you?
I'm curious on what actually goes into this top tier, and like what actually splits these tiers. Is it TV ratings like the ACC? Is it just like based on your record? Like, do we know exactly?
We don't know exactly.
It hasn't been published.
It's not published, but we know there's a relegation and a promotion system.
Yeah. Look,
it's tough.
They could have saved themselves a lot. They could have saved themselves a lot of heartache and just put them in. We're only talking the difference for USC, another $5 or $8 million. Just give it to them.
I agree with
more
you.
Money off of them.
Again, put them in tier 1. My issue is they were not in tier 1 and they agreed, and then suddenly they disagreed.
Well, we don't know what came. We don't know the reason for
Well, we
that
know.
yet, though.
I know the reason. I have a suspicion of the reason.
Okay, yeah, suspicion. Why don't you tell everybody this?
I believe Michigan talked to him and said, "Why are you on the same tier as the Oregon Ducks?"
Yeah, exactly.
And that was enough to.
Why would Michigan care if USC was
because
in tier
Michigan was the last holdout, and Michigan didn't want to be the only holdout.
Oh.
They wanted another holdout. They wanted a powerful brand to be a holdout with them. They said, "Why are you on the same level as the Oregon Ducks?"
Yeah.
The Trojan ego could not handle such a thing, and suddenly it started making waves. Now, I believe that USC is going to get to that tier with Ohio State, Penn State, and Michigan.
Yes.
I believe that's going to happen. I just believe Jen is doing it. The way she's worded this, at least in my opinion, the way she's worded this is her saying, we'd be in if we've got to benefit USC first and foremost.
As that's her job.
That's her job. But I just want to remind people there is a relegation system here. If Lincoln Riley and USC can't do what they're supposed to do, they can move back down.
They could. Indiana, that would never happen, though.
Well, you look at Indiana.
That would never happen.
Indiana, I believe, is in tier 4. Indiana is going to be skyrocketing up those tiers.
Yeah, it's great that they earn their way up. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying USC and frankly, I think Nebraska are both listed as part of the 8 blue bloods. They got to be in tier 1. So let me quickly read this, and then we're going to move along to the next story. This is from Jen Cohen in the article. Pete Nakos pulled this quote. I posted his link in the comments. It says, USC is the only team in the Big Ten to play a non-conference road game after week 4. Talking about the Notre Dame game. In either of the past 2 seasons, USC is the only team to play a non-conference game after both seasons. Sorry. Moreover, the only other Big Ten teams to play non-conference games after week 4 in either the last 2 years played at home against group of 5 foes, Fresno State and UL Monroe. Meanwhile, last year's college football playoff champions finished 4th in the Big Ten and played all their non-conference games at home in weeks 1 through 3. An additional road trip in the middle of conference play without key players may have stressed their roster, blah, 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 blah. At the bottom, it says here, we're excited about the 2026 home schedule that features matchups against Ohio State, Oregon, Washington and Maryland, as well as trips to Indiana, Penn State, Wisconsin, and Rutgers.
Dang.
They're not so excited about their non-conference. and the Notre Dame game, is it's absent, right, Moen? Do they play next year, or is it the year after they don't play?
I believe next year they play. The year after is what they're still working on. And like I said, that's on Notre Dame now. Yeah. USC has said we want it in the first 4 weeks. We're willing to continue to play this. And that's it's been sitting on Notre Dame's desk since.
It'll be interesting to see how this holdout works, how they actually play, to see if they actually don't initially they don't agree and they're the 2 teams that stay out. That'll be fascinating to see how they treat them, because right now Clemson and Florida State are seeing the downside of not cooperating with the ACC. I promise you they're getting backlash.
I would just say that schedule for USC next year, whoa, that's a rough schedule.
Tough.
That's pretty tough. And I can't wait to see Ohio State play in the Coliseum.
Now, next one. We're going to move on to the next thing. And I'm going to start with you on this. Walt Disney and YouTube finally settled. They're in another multi-year distribution agreement. And just simple wording here. Disney's full suite of networks and stations, including ESPN and ABC, have already been or are being restored to YouTube TV subscribers. We knew this was going to happen eventually, right?
Yeah, definitely. It had to happen eventually. Here's a conspiracy theory, though, okay? Let me ask you about this. So this dispute's been going on for a few weeks, and during those weeks, ESPN has gone to 2 Big 12 locations.
They did.
Is that a coincidence?
No. It is not a coincidence.
Is that a coincidence they put BYU Texas Tech on ABC when they're in dispute with YouTube, because that blew up the rating for that game? Is that a coincidence?
I don't think so.
Listen, I think those 2 weeks were the best games
in the Big 12.
At least on paper. At least on paper, those were the best games of the week. But still, that was on ABC, but it lost to
It came
Indiana-
in 5th. Yeah, it came in 5th.
it lost to Indiana Penn State on Fox.
It did.
Which was on YouTube TV.
Well,
Fox
it was
was.
on
We're not part of
Fox.
ESPN
Yeah.
or ABC.
Yeah,
Right? Fox.
but
I
listen,
don't
it's
think they're
broadcast
already
TV.
It's very odd here that this gets settled right before SEC football and ABC. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like it just seems
Yeah.
a little fishy. That's what I'm saying.
There are no accidents, There are no accidents. Mo, and what do you want to say about this thing?
One, I'm glad that YouTube TV stuck to their guns. ESPN has Walt Disney has long hijacked cable rates and made cable rates come up. And I was thinking it to myself today, and I'll say it again. We got rid of cable for streaming, and streaming became cable. And now I'm just gonna pirate shit. So
Yep,
sorry,
that's
guys.
where we're at.
Listen, I'm not gonna have 15 goddamn streaming services. I canceled Peacock. I'll listen if they give that Black Friday deal for like $29, I'll buy it again. But screw you, Peacock. I canceled Paramount Plus. I'm not paying for Paramount Plus. And here's the other thing: if you pay for a streaming service, there should be one fee, and there should be no ads. Should be no ads. You should not have to pay more to not have ads.
That's how they make money, though, Moen.
You make money through subscriptions.
I don't know.
You don't need to make
do.
more money through
Maybe.
advertisement, and that's just.
Okay.
Listen, I'm through with it. I'm stealing shit, piracy sites, the Pirate Bay, RBG, whatever. If it's that great, I will watch it there.
Okay. Anything else?
Like, how many freaking apps do you have? Like, I've got like 6, 7 apps, and I still don't get all the games. You know freaking why, Moen? Because at my house, freaking the antenna doesn't work still. This antenna doesn't even work. I've had bad tech over here, Moen. So no antenna. This doesn't work.
Listen. Do you have a ladder?
I've got a ladder, Moen.
You got a drill?
I've got a drill, Moen.
They're $50.
I'm not sticking this thing on my house, Moen. This is like a spaceship, man.
No, don't stick that. You go get a good outdoor antenna, man, and you pick up 17.
My antennas are in the
17.
house, My antennas are in the house.
Show me your antennas.
Well,
Where
it's
are
not
your
in here.
antennas?
It's in my other room.
What?
I got in my master bedroom. I have an antenna.
Your antennas
It's a
don't look
square.
like this.
It was
No.
a square. Yeah, it is a square.
Look at this piece of crap, dude. I can't
is.
stand this stuff. Just give me some football and make it easy to watch. It's so hard to watch football. Why is it so hard to watch football? Like, seriously,
I don't know,
the
but
antenna
I'm
doesn't
about
work?
to fly to Salt Lake City and just install an antenna on the outside of Ute's house.
Oh my gosh, it's too funny. All right. And then the Lane Kiffin house salary cap quotes. Did you guys catch that one? Lane says he thinks that $20.5 million is going to go bye-bye very quickly. It's going to jump into the 30s, and that number is going to cascade upwards. I guess that's an oxymoron. You can't cascade upwards, but it'll climb and continue to climb so that the best schools with the best money are able to compete with the best players.
Man, yeah, it sucks, guys. This sucks. Whatever. Yeah, let's just go up into oblivion and stuff and pay these kids as much as possible and everything. I think it's the most ridiculous thing ever. This NIL stuff is such a freaking joke. This rev share is a joke. Seriously, where we were a couple of years ago, this game's completely changed. It sometimes makes me want to puke. I'm serious. Like, increasing the cap will give, like, hey, we'll give your defensive end $5 million a year. This 18-year-old kid. Have you seen some of the TikTok videos and stuff of these kids just flashing $200,000 and saying, "Oh yeah," just like flashing around? These are immature kids that are just absolutely freaking dirty, stinking rich. It bothers me, guys. Like, it bothers me. Like, I get, like, pay these kids a little bit of money. They're taking risks and stuff, but this is way too much money they're making. When they're making more money than the NFL, I don't get it at all. The sport's so freaking broken sometimes. Like, I don't want to hear about them making more money. They make so much money. They make more money than all of us, all like listening and watching this and doing this will ever make in our lives. It's a freaking joke.
By the way, if you would like to leave a donation to the College Football Mafia, please click the cash symbol down below in the chat window. You can leave a super chat, a super sticker, become a member, or gift a membership. Thank you, you, for that lead-in.
We needed that.
Look, yeah, our memberships are like $2, $3, $4, $5, maybe up to $10. We're talking about guys making $5 million, Mo. And like, let's be honest.
We just got to get our hustle up. We got to hustle harder, man.
Just got to hustle harder.
Gotta hustle.
I appreciate everybody being here tonight. We're 20 minutes in. Our monologue and news is done. So we're going to jump into our picks, and then we will do comments afterwards. So I appreciate everybody sticking with us. Let's get through these things, and then we'll get back to you. This is a live feedback show. Don't have a lot of other things driving the news. So we're going to be doing more interaction with you. So we really encourage all comments, and then super chats obviously help us keep the lights on. Mo, and what's the goal for tonight for overtime?
Well, me not passing out before then, that would probably be the best goal.
Let's set a goal.
Listen, I'm going to straight up be honest with you. I've been drinking since 5. So
okay. Okay.
Mo,
all right. Well,
getting saucy.
All right. Well, I guess I'm just saying this. Let's see if we get.
We'll call it 200. We'll call it
$200. There you go. You want Moen to stick around and you to help him maybe stay up. We will do that, and we appreciate all donations. Here we go. Laura Weiss helping us out. Texas Tech. Man, you guys got to keep winning, Laura. $5. Obviously, an old OG member of the College Football Mafia family saying, wreck 'em. Love it when you guys go off on epic rants. That is a value add for what we do around here. There's no doubt about it. Stormy Cyclone in the house, another valuable member of the College Football Mafia family. I like the Ute rant on NIL. Well said. $5 super chat there, Ute.
Like, isn't there a level? Like, okay, just can we expand on this? Like, what's the level of like, okay, this is an appropriate amount to make, right? Like, I mean, seriously, these kids weren't getting paid a dime a couple of years ago,
right?
And all of a sudden, I'm seeing kids flash $200,000 and $100 bills and stuff. Like, it's really sick to see that kind of. And like, and frankly, like without like any kind of financial literacy, they're just going to absolutely blow it. And so you kind of question really what's the long-term implications,
right?
Just throwing a couple $1 million in an 18, 19-year-old or a 5-star recruit without,
I don't know.
It seems really irresponsible and completely out of control. We knew NIL was out of control. The clearinghouse came in, it's still going under the table. We get that. But when rev share is going above 20.5 and Lane Kiffin's like, oh, let's just put it to 80. Like, where the freak are we going to get the money for that? Like, this is like a business. If this was like a normal business, we'd be going out of business because we'd be bleeding cash flow. It needs to stop, guys. Like, it really does, because guess who pays for it? We do, watching it. Guess who pays them more for TV services? That money flows from our accounts into these players. No more. Stop the milk. They've got too much milk. They've got too much money. No more.
Right. Stop flowing money there and flowing money towards Moen. I've been a proponent of this for years. But listen, let's be serious. You think those players weren't getting paid before NIL? They were getting paid. They just had the common sense not to be flashing it on TikTok. Yeah, whoever was giving them the bag was telling them, hey, you put this bag somewhere nobody's going to see it, and be smart about it.
OPD Don is in the house, another valuable member, OG member of the College Football Mafia family. I just lick my chops when I see all these longstanding members. We appreciate each one of you. $10 super chat says, for the Ute Ladder Fund to install the antenna. There you go, Ute. Go buy yourself a little giant.
I need to watch more football. Look, I need to watch more football, and I've got a billion apps, and I can't watch all the football. I haven't been able to watch a CBS game all freaking year. I haven't watched Indiana play that much because they're on CBS all the time.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I feel bad about that.
We need super chats for me to fly out to Salt Lake City, climb a ladder, use a drill, and put an antenna on the outside of Ute's house. This is what it's come down to.
Expedition Greg in the house. We appreciate you, Expedition Greg. He's been a member for 16 months. Moen, can we give Expedition Greg his sounder? He says, go Buckeyes.
He absolutely can. And I think this one will be apropos.
Okay. I like There you go.
Let's go ahead and give one to Opie.
Yep, get him.
And one to Laura.
Let's go.
one to Stormy.
There we go. And then let's play some Milk'em. Let's finish it with the Milk'em.
We don't need any milk.
Yes,
No,
we
not
do
that
need
one,
Milk'em.
Moen, please.
Yes, you do. Come on. Let's go, Moen. Get it.
But I can go as deep as you want to.
Get it.
Oh, man.
Okay. That's not the one I was thinking of, but before we move on, one comment here. I want you to sit on mute. We're not going to talk about it, but Tom Dubay, thank you for being here, Tom. We appreciate you being a member. Is Ute not a capitalist? So
I
you just
am
didn't
a
know he's a
capitalist.
fan of a state school that's poor. That's what
pull
that's
that,
what it is.
Pull that back up,
Poor?
man. Look at
That's
Tom
what it
Poor,
is.
what do you
Dubay's
mean?
That's
logo.
what it
What's
is.
Poor.
Poor.
Yeah,
Poor school. University
Poor
of Utah.
school.
Just needs
Utah's
more
max and rev
money.
share just like everybody else.
Yeah, no, poor school. Just we're talking like charity, top poor.
Sweet Mohawk, Tom Dubay.
Yeah, Tom Dubay. Okay, let's quickly get to our picks and our roundup. So last week I went 5-5 again. Damn it, I cannot catch Daniel. Hopefully this week I picked some that were sort of backward. But you went 5-5. He's a classic Jerry Seinfeld 50-year. Win, lose, he's always even. Moen, you went up 1, which isn't saying a ton anymore. Rock went up 2, so that's pretty good. Becky went up 2. Pickles went up 1, and then Daniel, who's in the lead at 65, did not extend his lead. His lead stays at 5. What do you guys? Well, I'm sorry. He did lose 2 spots because he's got. No, wait.
Becky.
He's 65. It's Becky
He's
and
60.
me are the only
Yeah.
2. Yeah, Becky
Yeah.
and me are the. So Becky gained 2 games on him. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and let's see. Your Pickles is over 500. Everybody's over 500 except for you.
Except for you.
I'm sorry. That's just funny. I don't know what to say about
You
that.
like the 5-5 and the 55 and the 55 because every
Well,
freaking week it's been that way.
What are you doing, Moen?
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
okay,
don't
yeah,
know what I
okay.
did.
All right, it's okay. All right, so our picks today, and I can't even remember what we picked, so I hope you guys enjoy these. Please feel free to participate in the comments. USF minus 10.5 at Navy. When do you guys defend Navy?
No.
No.
Okay, so we can just move on. You want to
Go
say anything
Bulls.
about USF?
Go Bulls.
Yeah, I'm a Bulls fan, so.
I like the Bulls. I think and the Bulls got a lot to play for with that G6 spot being
They should.
wide open still. So
Okay. Notre Dame giving 12.5 to Pitt, and a Pitt Panther team that has a coach that doesn't care if they lose by 100. Did you guys see that quote this week?
Yeah.
He goes, I don't care if we lose by 100 to Notre Dame. It doesn't matter because we can still win the ACC. And I'm thinking to myself, any team that loses 100-0 is not going to be competing the rest of the year. So I don't know what you're telling your team there.
well, technically he is right. If they lose 100-0, they can still win the ACC championship
His team
game.
would be dead if they lost 100.
But that just shows you what a quality conference the ACC is this year.
Oh my
Where
gosh.
Duke loses to UConn,
Oh, Lord.
and they could still. There are still 6 teams that could win the ACC championship. And I've heard several ACC fans tell me it's a deep conference. No, that's a bad conference, guys.
A bunch of 6 and 3 teams is not deep.
Right? Yeah, it's a bad
it's not really
conference.
good.
But I took Notre Dame because listen, Notre Dame's on a roll. They know they got to keep winning. They got to keep scoring points to get make sure they stay in that top 12. Notre Dame, I think Notre Dame easily by 3 touchdowns.
Not so fast, my friend. Not so fast. You see this right here, Moen? See this? This is a wand. Okay. I was told this week that I'm a wish caster. I'm a
There
wish
you go,
caster.
wish casting.
And I'm going to cast a wish right here. See this? On Pitt beating Notre Dame right there. You see that? When this happens, remember this wish cast.
I mean, at least you could have got like a wooden wand or something that was
Oh,
just a little bit, or I don't know.
I support what Moen said. I think that's Notre Dame has something to prove. So they've got the whole Big 12 in their mentions, in their DMs. I'm just saying.
I think Pitt's going to uppercut them. I really do.
Michigan, I hope so. Michigan is given 11.5 to Northwestern at Northwestern. I took the points, baby. I have no faith in Michigan this year. I'm not saying they're not going to win, but I think maybe 9 or 10 points. That's why I took Northwestern.
What in the world is that Northwestern logo, Moan?
I don't know.
I love it. But yeah, Northwestern has no shot at winning this. I'm even covering winning the game. I've never, ever, 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 ever bet on Northwestern for anything. Ever.
Okay.
Unless it's business related.
I'll be honest with you. I really wavered on this pick because the Wolverines on the road, they've had some very close games. They've lost some games on the road. They're a great home team, but they waver on the road. But it's Northwestern, man. I can't take Northwestern. I'm with you. I can't bet on Northwestern.
You can't.
Okay. All right. UVA is getting 4.5 at Duke. I took UVA in the points. I think Duke is, Moen already said what Duke is. So, or you did. I don't believe in the ACC, and I just believe, I think that UVA can travel and win games. So we'll find out. Oh, and I see here that Daniel again is picking with me. I can get one. So far there's 2 games I can get Daniel this week. That's good.
That is
all right.
good.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Daniel's hot too. He is.
He is. I know. I gotta get him.
These are two. Are they disappointing? I don't know if they're disappointing.
UVA isn't disappointing.
Yeah, I guess both punched up a little bit, but
yeah,
like,
I think so.
Not as they are what they are. I think Duke wins this game. I like Mensa. I don't think Virginia's that good. I really don't. I think they're kind of a paper tiger, and it's at Duke. So give me Duke to cover.
Okay, Moen.
I'm going based on the points. I think if Duke wins, they win by a field goal.
Yeah.
Okay. UCF is getting 20. Is that 25 and 25 and a half?
23 and a half.
23 and a half at Texas Tech. I am not against you, Laura. Laura says, I can't believe you picked against my Red Raiders. I'm not picking against the Red Raiders. Texas Tech's going to win.
Yeah,
I just think that they're going to rest some people, Laura. You got to get used to the next few weeks. Texas Tech is going to want to rest some people for the playoff. They're going to want to rest some people for the Big 12 championship game. So you guys have already got it won. Go out and win, but you don't need to cover. That's where my pick goes.
Yeah, I agree with Nate. Texas Tech is in the driver's seat. There's no reason to go out there and hang 100 on UCF. You guys are going to win this game by 3 touchdowns, but 23 and a half, man, that's killer point spread. I'm taking UCF.
You overestimate UCF.
I'm not picking for UCF. I'm picking against Texas Tech covering.
When's the last time that Texas Tech didn't beat somebody by 20+ points? Like somebody decent. They beat Utah and BYU by 20 points. They're going to absolutely crush the soul out of UCF.
Not 24 points.
They're going to win by 50 points in this game. Yeah,
maybe. It's possible.
Texas Tech better watch out, though, guys, because if Baron Morton, this injury to his leg
that's what I'm saying.
Very severe. And I don't know if you can pull out the third stringer. Second stringer, Will Hammond's already out for the season. But I'll tell you what, guys, like Texas Tech, if they don't fix this quarterback situation, if he doesn't heal up, they're at major risk of getting upset.
I'm telling you, BYU just needs to get to the Big 12 championship game. That's all I'm saying.
Well, if Utah gets there too, Utah's going to absolutely chase that guy down, and he didn't make it through the last game with Utah.
Jack Kelly and Glasgow did really well. It was the rest of the team around him that had challenges. It wasn't a linebacker. They had all kinds of pressure against Texas Tech. He is a statue back there. And I think they rest him this game. In fact, I think he might play a couple drives and then they pull him out if they get a touchdown or two. They can run the ball and their defense is elite. So lean into that. Win by 10 points and move down the road. They don't have to skunk people now because they're not at the point of their season where they have to prove anything. They're now 6 or 7? At this point, just win and you will be there. Just keep doing what you're doing. You don't have to do anything extra.
Bench Morton to the Big 12 title game.
I would do that. I really would do that.
Seriously, yeah. If they want to win, if Texas Tech is serious about winning a playoff game, and they have some time off too before that playoff game. But if that leg doesn't get any better, he cannot do anything. Like he's no running threat at all. Like you blitz the guy, you press the. I mean, it's a serious issue at Texas Tech, and so they've got to fix that if they want to win a playoff game.
Moen, let's see. You picked with me. Do you want to say anything about UCF, or is this just points?
It's a point. It's a point.
Okay. All right. We can move along then. Iowa's getting 6.5 at USC. I don't know how you guys are picking Iowa to cover. USC not to cover. That's crazy. I think USC at home. I think this is a better USC team. They're not going to win the Big Ten, but certainly I think they're better than Iowa. I don't think Iowa can score 10 points in this game. So, yeah.
Yeah, Iowa is very similar to Utah in a lot of ways. Iowa's going to punch USC in the face. They're exactly what USC hates to see. This is actually going to be a bad weather game. It's supposed to be pouring rain out there in LA. I think Iowa wins this game straight up. I really do. I think that it's a slog fest, and I think that it's a matchup that USC hates to play versus Iowa versus Utah. Give me the Hawkeyes in an upset.
Moen?
Not so fast. We saw last week it was a slog in Iowa, and Oregon went in there and played Iowa ball, and they played Iowa ball better than Iowa. USC has the blueprint. They know how to do it now. I think USC running quarterback, I think that's going to be the game changer. I like USC to win by a touchdown.
Okay. This next game is an interesting one because we're not necessarily talking about whether Oklahoma or Alabama wins this game. Is what happens to the loser. If Oklahoma loses, they have 3 losses. They're going to fall below Utah. There's no doubt in my mind. Then what do you do with an Alabama team? Do you move them up to number 3? So that's a question in my mind. But I definitely think Alabama's going to win this game, and I think Oklahoma is in trouble. Even though I'm a huge fan of Oklahoma, they're just, I wonder if their quarterback's going to, he can't redshirt, but if Mateer doesn't go NFL and he tries to stay one more year at Oklahoma, I wonder if he does that.
Yeah, probably so. I like Bama in this football game. I think Oklahoma's overperformed this year. I think it's nice momentum for next season, but this isn't a college football playoff team, in my view. And once they lose this game, they don't have the tiebreaker with Texas. So if they get sitting at 9-3 with Texas, they're not going to get the slide over them. So this would bounce them from playoff contention. I think it happens.
Agreed. Moen?
I disagree with you, Nate. I think if this is like a 1-point or a 2-point game and Oklahoma loses, I would not be shocked if Utah doesn't jump them. If this is what they consider a quality loss, if this goes to overtime and they lose by a field goal. But I do like Alabama to win this game. I do like Alabama to cover. But I'm just saying, if Oklahoma keeps it close, if they keep it competitive, do not be shocked if Oklahoma is still ahead of Utah in the college football playoff.
Okay. We'll watch for that. TCU's coming to Provo. BYU's playing a night game. They are 35-4 or 35-5 in the last 40 home games at night after 6 p.m. local, which is 8 p.m. Eastern. And I think they're going to beat TCU again. It's only 4.5. I'm kind of surprised, Moen, you didn't place some bets for BYU to cover. I think BYU has a bounce back game, and I think they play well.
That's what I disagree with. I think that loss to Texas Tech may have taken a toll on BYU.
Okay, well, certainly physical. Certainly physical.
Well, I mean mentally. Because last year, you remember, they lost that game.
They did.
And then they lost another.
I don't think that's going to happen this year.
That's why I'm basing in TCU. I'm going to say TCU is a very good team. I do think BYU is the better team, but that mentality, man, if that mentality gets to them and we've lost a game, we're out of the college football playoff, we have no chance.
But they are still in it, even though they lost.
I understand that, but I'm talking about the psyche of the players.
Okay.
And that can get trapped in your head. And if that happens, I think TCU can beat them. But I think BYU does win, but I just think it's like a 3-point game.
Okay. They beat Utah by 3. I mean, they've been doing close games. There's only a couple where, 3, I guess. They blew people out. I totally get where you're coming from, and I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm just saying I think there's a higher likelihood BYU sort of kicks it into gear. Go ahead, you.
Yeah, it's a weird game to pick. TCU loses to Iowa State. BYU loses to Texas Tech, both on one-game losing streaks. It's an interesting matchup that, like, I'm not sure the Cougars have necessarily seen. Like, I guess the most similar offense would be like an Iowa State, but just with not quite as good a weaponry and quarterback play. I think TCU is a better team than Iowa State. And they just are like, they underperformed so bad. When TCU lost to Iowa State last week, they are like a Jekyll and Hyde team. Like they're going to play great or they're going to stink it up and everything. And I kind of agree with Moan that, like, psychologically and stuff, I think like the first loss and stuff, how is it going to rebound? Bears like a freshman quarterback and stuff. How is he going to play? He struggled last game. I can see the Cougars kind of come out a little sluggish in this game. TCU get on them early. And I think it's going to be a nail biter.
Okay. Very fair. I think that what you guys, your assessments, I completely respect. Certainly last year they lost 2 in a row and were out. So I think Kalani definitely knows what they need to do to win. Now they have to go out and execute. I think they will. The weather's going to be nice here. It's going to snow tonight, I think.
Is it really? Dang.
Well, in Utah County, it's coming down a little bit, but it's supposed to snow Saturday and Sunday. So we'll have to see what the weather's like tomorrow night. It's the late game. It is the vampire game. It's 10.
We're talking snow Eastern. Tomorrow night during this game.
There's moisture in the forecast. I don't know if it's going to land and stay. But you're on the bench. I'm on the bench. You know what it's like when you start getting precipitation. It sort of hangs around. So we'll have to see. Let's go with Utah giving 8.5. At Baylor. Utah just has too much to prove, and I think they're on a roll. I don't see how 8.5 is not enough points. I think Baylor would need maybe 10.5 or 11 before I pick them. We all took Utah. Can either one of you, first of all, defend Baylor winning this game?
Yeah, no. If Baylor good, well, here's the deal. Like, Baylor actually has a really explosive offense, and so if they just get like a bunch of explosive plays and throw it to Trigg. And they just pile on points and stuff, maybe some turnovers. Like, I think that they're going to be in the game. They need to get up early because Utah is going to absolutely run it down their face. They're not one of the best rushing defenses in the Big 12. So the ball possession is going to be nasty. Like, if this game plays out like it should, and Utah just matches up really good versus Baylor, I guess Baylor would have to really get hot and really gets explosive plays on Utah, which is possible. But yeah, I'm not betting on it.
So this week they lost their AD to a couple scandals actually, and Dave Aranda's back on the hot seat because everybody's saying that is it Rhodes? Mac Rhodes was protecting him.
Rhodes.
And so Aranda's on the hot seat too. So I just do not see how Baylor can flip the script. I cannot picture. I think Utah beats them by 24, maybe 28 points.
I agree. I think Utah has to run up the score.
Right.
Whether they deny it or not, running up the score does play a part.
It does make a difference. Of course it does. Perception
makes a difference in perception. They've got to run it up. I agree with Bomber. They're probably going to win by 24 to 28 points.
The good news is the spread is 8.5 right now, right? And so, like, based on the analytics, if that's the spread and you get a 20-point win, it's actually going to lift up your analytics a lot. So that's actually a benefit that is a closer spread, not like 14.5.
Yes,
I'm with you guys. If Utah loses by a touchdown or less, it's almost like a loss.
Oh, I think I agree with you.
Blow them out or you're done.
Yes,
right?
They're going to lose their 13. They'll get passed by Miami probably.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's what Miami's got a lot of PR behind them right now. They're getting a lot of positive love. They're talking about the ACC champion not even making the playoff and then bringing in a Tulane or a Memphis and a USF and freezing out the ACC because whoever's there isn't good enough to play in the playoff, and Miami being the team they pick. So everybody keep your eye on Miami. Everybody keep your eye on Utah, because the other game this week, and this one's probably the biggest one of the week, I think by far, Texas, Georgia. Texas is getting 5.5. Manning is finally playing well. Georgia, it's at home. And I think this is a prove-it game. In fact, I think both Alabama and Georgia win and cover primarily because they want to stake their claim in the playoff. And Oklahoma and Texas are going to be screaming and yelling if they lose because they are going to fall down. I know Moen doesn't necessarily agree with that, but I think they both fall out of the top 13, 14. That's my opinion.
Man, this is such a big game for the Big 12 conference. Like
Yeah.
the Notre Dame game and this Texas game is massive. Like Texas, if they beat
Notre
Georgia,
Dame, yeah, right. Yeah, Notre Dame as well.
if they beat Georgia tomorrow, like Nate, we're probably looking at a one-bid league.
I
If
know
Notre
it's
Dame
tough.
wins and Texas wins this game,
I know,
it's
tough.
dude. So like it's a
Yeah.
must. I just cross
Yeah.
my fingers that Georgia gets this game.
Moen, I took Texas and the points, just so we're all clear on the picks. Everybody else took Georgia. Go ahead, Moen.
Listen, it's at Athens. Arch Manning, he has improved. He has
Yes,
certainly
improved,
improved from where he was at the beginning of the season. Those Bulldogs can get after him, though. And I know he's going to throw a costly interception here in the third or fourth quarter. I like Georgia. I like Georgia big, actually. I
Really?
like Georgia to win by 17.
What? 17?
That bounces Texas.
That Texas defense is not bad. It's not like we can look at them and say they're they're 8th or 9th in the SEC. I mean, they're easy in the top 3, 4. So I don't know. That would be a lot of points, I think. If that happens, Texas is definitely out of the CFP then.
Agreed.
Yeah. Okay, so that wraps up our pick. Anything else you guys want to say before we move on to commentary and comments?
It's a huge week, and plan on doing like a summary of like where the Big 12 standings are, after the games on Saturday night.
That's a good idea.
Just keep updated on that stuff.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
I'd just like to say fuck Michigan.
Christmas.
Okay, you can do that, Moen, because it's your show. Go ahead. All right, let's get to some comments. As we always promise, we read comments from the first of the show. We'll get to as many as we can tonight. We are getting an early start on our comments because the games weren't necessarily so engrossing that it was another 15 minutes worth of talking. So we're going to get to more of your comments than maybe we have in weeks. So please get engaged. Start leaving comments. Moen and you will flag them. We'll try to get through as many as we can in a short amount of time. We also would encourage, if you want to become a member of the College Football Mafia family or leave a super chat. Moen, what do they do?
To leave a super chat, become a member of the College Football Mafia family, you can click the little cash icon underneath the chat window. From there, you can gift a membership. You can become a member. You can leave a super chat. You can tell us hi. All super chats get read. All memberships get shouted out. Thank you to everybody who has been a member of the College Football Mafia. We release new Moen Confidentials. You got a new one coming next Thursday. We're going to talk a little bit about the Wizard next Thursday on Moen
The
Confidential.
Wizard.
Definitely
The
want to
Wizard.
check
I
that
love
out. Yeah, so do that, and you can leave us money. We'll do things. We'll do things for money.
Make no promises. Moen will do more than you and I combined, though. I'll say that. There are things that Moen won't do. What's the going rate now, Moen, for you to say go blue? $200?
No, not this time of year.
Okay.
No.
No.
All right. Okay. All right.
That ain't happening anymore.
We appreciate everybody being here, and thank you so much for being loyal to the College Football Mafia families. We'll try to get through some comments here. Movie Time Blues. This appeared to be a war of wills between USC, Michigan, and Ohio State, Penn State. Yeah, what do you guys want to say about that? Anything?
It's the Michigan part of this is very confusing still. Like, because Moen, like you said last week, they're just trying to cause strife, and like they don't have leadership in place, so they're pretty much just kicking and screaming and trying to stop things right at the moment. It's very confusing. I get USC's point. They want to get paid in the top tier. It totally makes sense. They can be a little prima donna-ish. They're LA based and stuff. Like they're USC is always going to be the hot girl, right? a dramatic hot girl. That's who they are. So no surprise. But Michigan, I just don't understand it at all, Moan. I don't. Like, just kicking and screaming. Do we have a Michigan man that can like actually justify what's going? But we got Amazing Blue.
I don't think they know.
All right, listen.
We got Marcus Williams. We got Michigan people. Like, what
Amazing
is going
Blue.
on
You want me to say those two words? It's $100.
Okay,
it's $100. There you go.
Hey, look, and we've always been honest and open about that.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
But just so everybody knows that one time it was $250. So Moen's being a little bit generous tonight. He's come down to 100. That's something. But yeah, he doesn't normally say those things. I will say it though, Amazing Blue. You want to say it, Moen? Go Blue. Appreciate your $2 super chat and being a longstanding member also of the College Football Mafia family. Laura Weiss checked in earlier, said, hey, y'all, be back later. Buckshot Kid in the house representing. Oh, hey, College Football Mafia. Good to see you. Big Lubbock is always first, even when he's not. Good to see you, Lubbock. Good game last week against BYU. You've proven it on the field. Just finish, baby. I'm cheering for Texas Tech. Just finish.
Don't lose.
Get to the championship game and let's play. And we're playing for 2, maybe 3 spots from the Big 12. We just have to wait for some teams to lose.
Yeah, and Nate, like speaking on that, that's a great point. I want to get Moen's
Go
thoughts on this. Okay, Moen,
yeah, go ahead.
What would have to happen for the Big 12 to get 3 teams in the CFP?
That's a good question.
Because we're biased.
Well, let me think here. The 7th seal would open. It would be the 7th seal.
I knew that
Book of Revelations. Book of Revelations.
Okay. Yeah, you have to go to the Book of Revelations to figure that one out.
So you don't think there's any shot at all, no matter what happens?
No, not with the SEC and Big Ten running things. You come on.
I don't know. I think there's a non-zero chance it happens.
There's a non-zero, 100%.
Non-zero chance. All right. Let's see here. Laura. No, sorry. I meant to hit James. Good to see you again, Laura. James C. in the house. Florida State's having, Florida State fan. We're cheering for you, James. You guys keep doing what you're doing. Got to win, man. Mosito is in the house. 6th. Oh, no, not 6th, 7th.
There you go.
We've got a response here too. Yeah, sorry, I had to jump in because there's just some hilarious.
What is this? What is this?
This is what has to happen for getting 3 Big 12s in the playoff.
Okay, all right, okay.
A syphilis outbreak in the SEC.
Syphilis, okay. All right. Amazing Blue, another $5 super chat. Again, we appreciate that. A miracle Ute Bomber needs to hit up the Temple daily for 3 Big 12 teams to make it.
Like, I'll tell you what. Like, I'll tell
the
you
fact
what.
that Amazing Blue knows about the Temple is awesome. By the way, thank you so much.
Here, like, I know that Utah and BYU are obviously in the Big 12, and like we listen and we're in the Big 12 world and conversation, but it hasn't seemed so out there really amongst the Big 12 people.
Yeah,
right. That's why I wanted to get the Big 10 perspective, the SEC perspective, and the Big 10 perspective is pretty clearly like there's no shot at it, which is interesting because there's a different paradigm from the Big 12 perspective. And it makes me think, like, what about 2 spots? Like, okay, if 3 is completely out of the question, like Moen's kind of saying 2 spots is basically out of the question because he's saying Utah doesn't have a shot at getting over 9-3 Texas or Oklahoma.
They don't.
Yeah,
that's one bid, dude.
We got some. There's still 3 weeks to go. We still got 3 weeks to go.
Here we go. Here. Let's do something for Amazing Blue real quick.
Go ahead, yeah. Love that fight song. Love it. Thank you so much, Moen. Appreciate it. Troll Grinding Cheek Clapper in the house, one of the greatest names on YouTube. I'm so disgusted by my 2 teams, worthless piles of horse and Nittany Lion crap. If next season they aren't on top, then a coach and or an AD needs to pay because I want blood. Moen, comments.
I thought Troll Grinding was a USC fan.
He is a USC and Nittany Lion. He got his post-grad at he got both. He graduated from one, got his post-grad from another. I agree with them. I want blood. It's just what I want. I mean, I just want blood in general. I can't help it. I'm leukemia survivor. I just want blood in general.
Yep.
I've had
It helps.
I've had
It
100
helps.
transfusions, so I just want blood.
There you go. There you go. You want to add anything to that?
I mean, USC's had a pretty good season. I get the perspective on Penn State. Maybe USC, if Lincoln Riley decides to leave, which there's some smoke around that, chatter around that. Maybe James Franklin can take it over. James Franklin's like the best coach out there, guys. I'm telling you straight up. He really is. Hire the guy. Penn State should hire him back. Serious. He's the best option.
I love that. That's fantastic. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it either. I look, it was a knee-jerk reaction firing him. I now they're looking around going, who's better? Lane Kiffin's not coming to Penn State.
Mike Elko is
retiring.
Yeah, Mike Elko is the top name right now.
Is he somebody you get super excited about, though?
Well, I mean, he's got Texas A&M at number 3 in the polls.
Yeah, I don't.
Do you mind putting up a poll? Like, what's a better job, Texas A&M or Penn State? Because
that's a good question.
A&M, but like it sounds like a lot of people think Penn State. I think it might be a really close call.
Yeah, that's a good poll. Let's put that in the field and find out what people think. David Floyd in the house saying Big 12 needs to go hard for USC and Michigan, and I would add Notre Dame to that list, right, you?
Hey, you know what, Adam? Add the trifecta right there. Add those 3 to the Big 12, and the Big 12 will be ahead of the great Big 10 conference.
Yeah, I think if you could get even a scheduling agreement with Notre Dame, it's worth it. But I don't think it would happen. Big Lubbock, if Texas Tech gets in the national title game, and if Texas Tech were in the Big 10, would Texas Tech be top tier? If you win a natty, do you immediately get promoted? I guess that's the question.
Well, you got to win. I think that's the most important thing. Look, TCU made it to the national title game just a few years ago and got absolutely boat raced by Georgia. And, so it's about getting to the national title game and winning.
Yeah, I think you have to win.
That TCU team got really fortunate. They got lucky. They stole the signs. Ohio State helped them with the signs to beat Michigan. They snuck by so many close games. This Texas Tech team, they've got the best defense in the land. Moen.
It's really good.
And anywhere.
Yeah, it's really good.
They can win. They are legit, not just like upset worthy. They might be favored in playoff games.
Yeah, they're very good. They need a quarterback that's on 2 legs, though.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's see here. David Sabinosh, a newer member of the College Football Mafia family. Great to have you here, David. Thank you so much for spending some of your Friday with us. Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening to you too. Thank you very much. Marcus Williams, Texas and OU both lose, but ESPN is going to push propaganda to try to get them in. That's what you guys have been saying.
100%.
That's exactly right.
You got to push back.
Yeah, we need to push back, all of us.
Back.
That's part of the reason why I wanted to start a channel and why I got with Ute and we wanted to start doing stuff together is because we want to promote our schools, right? We're not saying we can turn the national narrative around, but we want to feel like we're doing something for the schools we represent. So,
right.
I'm not sure what Moen's undying love.
Money. It was all money.
Money and Ohio State banter.
That's right.
Ohio State
money and breaking balls. Luck.
You guys won a Notre Dame, national championship last year. If you win again, man, we're good luck. That's all I'm saying. Bimba 7579, welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe and follow us all on Twitter and get involved. Consider becoming a member of the College Football Mafia family. Michigan and USC are smart to not sell 10% equity for 20 years, Moen.
Well, we've got a week. 11, 21, 25. I think
next
you're going to
find right?
I think you're going to find that in that time frame, USC and Michigan agree to sign on to the deal.
If USC gets tier 1 rights, I think they get it done. Or tier 1, whatever that is.
Well, I think Michigan's going to sign on too, but
there's you want to add anything to that?
I guess what's the alternative? Just to keep the status quo? and Michigan and USC could do their own things and try to monetize the revenue streams on a standalone basis, but it's not going to be nearly as profitable. Like from a financial perspective, from a growth perspective, this is an absolute no-brainer for Michigan, for USC, for Ohio State, for everybody in that conference.
Right.
It's not a hard call. And like you're partnering up and having a new partner that's like 10% owner in your future media rights and everything else that's going to have a vested interest in making more and more money for everybody over the long haul. It's a pension fund. Like this is the safest investment in the freaking world. This is not a private equity firm, not a private equity group type that's going to try to take over your conference and sell it off for parts. No, this is basically the foundation that can build up multiple revenue streams and build a conference greater than it ever was. To me, it's just like an absolute no-brainer. You're professionalizing the revenue streams, creating more. It's becoming a professional model, guys. Big Ten Enterprises. And that's why it's been shocking to see the pushback from Michigan. Like, there's no way that Michigan on a standalone basis or going anywhere is going to be able to monetize their rights like this could. There's not even a chance it's going to be close.
Right.
It's shocking to see the pushback.
I'm not going to comment about it anymore. I think that there's a lot of stuff I'd love to run ad hominem on, and I'm not going to do that. Clint Moses checking in, representing Oregon State Beavers in the house. Good to have you here. The Pac-12 got a new media partner this week. USA Sports is back. They disappeared for 2 or 3 years, and now they're back. They jump in with who are there? CW, CBS. I'm trying to think of all the partners they already had, but we don't know any numbers. So there's really nothing to report, to be honest with you. When we find out what the numbers are for those different deals and how much money they're making, like the other conferences we know, then we can start talking about some details. But just adding another partner by itself doesn't mean it's a ton more money. Pretty easy to find games on the CW, CBS, SN, and USA Sports. He was saying that to Ute about your antenna there, Ute.
My antenna doesn't work. That's the problem, is this stupid antenna doesn't work. No antennas work in my house. Try to set it up many times.
Put an antenna outside your house, Ute. Jesus.
Mo.
You've got a drill. You've got a ladder. You're done.
There you go.
I'm not done, Mo, and it doesn't work. My antenna right now doesn't work. That is an antenna.
Okay. All right. So a $50 super chat, and Ute will climb out on his eave and put his antenna on his side of his house. $50 super chat. Drop it right now, and Ute will do it. Skaven, yes, yet no. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the super chats.
I was gonna get there. Go ahead. Okay. You're there now.
You please tell us why Harlan is good for us. The committee. Mac Rhodes stepped down this week. Harlan is now on the committee. That's a great
disaster for the Big 12.
Big 12 conference disaster. AD Mark Harlan for disparaging refs.
It's a disaster. Game. It's a disaster.
Hey, check it out. I just wanted to, before I answer this, look at this, Nate. You see Mark Harlan right here?
Yeah,
fans are saying, hey, this is BYU's opportunity to get to the CFP.
Keeping you down.
No.
What an awful picture.
It's a disaster. It's a disaster. There's not an AD in the conference that doesn't want to be in the conference more than Mark Harlan. This is ridiculous. I don't know what Brett Yormark is thinking. And if they don't get 2 teams in, it's because Mark Harlan doesn't make it happen. I think Mac Rhodes was working on that with Utah at number 13. So that sucks. It sucks.
I gotta respond to the super chat. It's a fair super chat.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Laura says, Ute, please tell us why Harlan is good for us. Recommittee. I think just for the committee, right? Well, Harlan is great for the Utes on the committee. Like, so if Utah's fighting for that, Harlan is great to have there for the Utes. And the Utes are in the Big 12 conference, and Harlan will support Texas Tech all the way.
No,
but I'm telling you, this isn't good for BYU.
Yeah,
I don't know how it could be good for BYU. Well, check it out. So it's great for Utah and Texas Tech.
It's so bad.
It's great for pushing 2 teams in. If Utah wins out, this is going to be an advantage to them getting 2 teams in the
It's
CFP.
broken.
But if I were BYU, I mean, I wouldn't be happy about it.
No,
Yeah,
this is a joke. This is all bad.
Well,
It's
why
all,
does he qualify, right?
I
Why does
don't know
Highland
how he
qualify?
he's already been on it once when he was at the Pac-12. Why would they do
Exactly.
it again? I think Brett Yormark,
because he
this
knows
is
what he's
probably
doing.
his biggest mistake. Brett Yormark just made his biggest mistake by promoting this guy to represent the Big 12 Conference, and that's where I'm going to leave it. I got to go. I hope everybody in the Big 12 that needs to win wins. Does Texas Tech play this week? Do we know? Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they're playing
So
UCF.
Utah, all 3 of us playing. We got to win. That's all I'm saying. And keep that thing going. I want everybody else to enjoy their weekend. I appreciate you. I took this last week off. I wasn't feeling very good, but I'm planning on trying to do a show Tuesday night. So I look forward to seeing everybody there. We can, talk about the continuing saga that is the CFP rankings. They did go an hour early this. I thought it was supposed to be 8 Eastern, and it did it at 7 Eastern last week, Moen.
Yeah, it varies from week to week depending on what the
I didn't know
programming
that.
is.
I didn't know that. Okay, well, now I know. So I'll have to watch to see when that happens, but we'll do a show Tuesday, talk about the CFP, and then whatever happens this weekend. Other than that, I think that's it. So thanks, Ute. Thanks, Moen. Appreciate all the work you guys do.
Nate.
Hey, you guys too. Stay out of trouble and stay safe. Moen has a show Sunday night, 8 Eastern. Join him and Rock and Rant. They're doing good work. College Football Express. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you later.
See you later.
Peace out. If I can hit the right X, there we go.
So Moen,
There we
go. This next segment is brought to you by
Tarleton Cigarettes.
Tarleton.
I ran a poll on if people thought I should drink, and like 90% said I should continue to drink.
Moen, it's Friday night.
I know, but these people are, come on,
There's
man.
people.
They're destructive.
Let me tell you about Mark Harland.
Well, hold on. Let me
expand.
tell you about a super chat from Amazing Blue. He says, "It feels good, doesn't it, Moen?"
Don't cry for me. I'm already dead.
I was already dead when I had to play that song, Amazing Blue. Already dead.
Oh, gosh. I love college football. Oh, my gosh.
For what it's worth, FYI, Mike Elko played at Penn in the Ivy League.
Man.
There you go. Close to Penn
idea.
State. That's a goddamn dinner plate. Talking about your antenna. Absolutely.
This antenna
right.
was actually a very expensive antenna when I bought it.
Well, remind me to sell you your next car. Tawtown Hawk. Harlan is telling the committee the Big 12 sucks in every meeting guaranteed.
I don't
He
think
is.
like let's think about this for a second. Like why would Harlan say anything negative against the Big 12? I mean, like that just hurts Utah.
Well, if he's saying something positive about the Big 10, it might help Utah's chances into getting to the Big 10. Maybe. Just saying.
There's been sketchier stuff that's happened in college football. That's the conspiracy right there. That Mark Harlan gets another Big 10 team in for leverage to get in the Big 10 conference, Moen.
Becky Go Husky says, I'm a bad influence. I tell you, Becky, I've never stolen a moped.
Yep.
Never punched somebody in the face and stole a moped. I've never been drunk enough to punch someone in the face in Pullman, Washington, and steal a moped to get away from the cops. Tom Dubay with the awesome mohawk says, smoking and a drinking.
You know what? It's Friday night. Look, Moen and I, Nate, we look forward to doing the show every week and stuff, hanging out with you guys because, like, I love college football. I love sipping on a little beer. It's kind of like going to like the bar and just having like a drink and stuff with your friends talking about football. I love the show for that reason, Moen. Like that's the vibe. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, it's my chance to drink and get drunk and make a fool of myself on the internet. Vox Quindaro says, I love this stupid show. We love you, Vox Quindaro.
We
do. Yep, smoking, drinking, and cussing, my kind of show. Absolutely. You ain't seeing Josh Pate say the word cocksucker on his show, guys. It ain't happening.
What? Who said it? Moan, stop it.
When has Harlan ever said anything good about the Big 12?
Oh, don't.
Jayhawk,
All right, I'll
what?
give him you know what? I wasn't going to pull this up for Nate, but I'm going to find an article that might be triggering. Okay, so keep going through that. I'll find something to pull
Yeah.
up and talk about.
Harlan has never said anything good about the Big 12. Becky Gohusky says we will know numbers after the Mountain West deal. Pac-12 doesn't want to inform Mountain West before deal is done to maximize monies. Norte would play them both as an independent. Just those two games would be worth $100 million apiece. I assume Sean's talking about Michigan and USC. Good luck. Notre Dame is already independent, and they've shown that they cannot get the same money as a conference team. Taughtown Hawk says, what is USA Sports? That's what they show in between episodes of Law and Order. Because that's pretty much all they have on USA.
All right, Mona, you ready for the article?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, this is a respectable Big 12 outlet. It really is. Really, Heartland Sports, popular. Pete Bundo over there, he does a great job and everything. All right, he wrote an article. He spoke about this too. But he made mention, he said that Mark Harlan's return to CFP committee is a Big 12 power move, right? And we're not going to have to read the whole thing, but the gist of the article was, hey, he knows the CFP process. He's done this before. He's an easy plug and play. And this actually is a good way to show, like, appease or be in the good graces and build the deepening relationship between Utah and the Big 12 as a leader in the Big 12 conference. That's the gist of this article. And I actually agree with it. Like, this actually appointing Mark Harlan shows, Utah some respect in the conference. And so you can cozy up and get a little more comfortable and stuff, knowing that, you're an important part of the conference. So I think that it's a healthy thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Mark Harlan has been very anti-Big 12 on numerous occasions. Moen and you doing this show is how we got a genetics saying Moen said John Hopkins to the big. Yeah, well, genetics 56 can sit on a cactus and spin. Eat this, dickweed. Mundo as an article source, Taughtown Hawk says.
Yeah, I think he does a great job, actually. I think he's pretty fair, too.
Check this out. $100 super chat for Vox Quindaro. Pour one out for the Pigskin Wizard and Merry Christmas Punks. Thank you, Vox Quindaro, for the $100 super chat.
Let's go.
He's dropping 100 pieces. We're going to rain the cash. We're going to do some sounders.
Give him a rock chalk, please.
Hold on.
Professor,
give him 100 rock chalks,
precisely
Moan.
what the danger is. Would you say it's time for our viewers to crack each other's heads open and feast on the goo inside? Yes, I would, Kent.
Thank you. Speaking of Kansas's opponent.
Yeah, Mo, that team sure did suck last night. They just plain sucked. I've seen teams suck before, but they were the suckiest bunch of sucks that ever sucked.
Let's do a little Cartman West.
Well, I'm a badass cowboy living in the cowboy days. Ricky, Ricky, Scott, yo, yo, bang, bang. Me and Artemis, Clyde Frog, Gold Says, Selma Hayek from the Big Metal Spider.
He's my best friend. He's my pal.
And let's do some special because you is here. Let's do.
Don't
I can go as deep as you want to.
You reminding you goes.
You're a bad man, Moan. You're a bad man.
Is what it is. I can't help it. I can't
Give
help
him a
it.
squawk, man. Give him 100 squawks.
Milk. He needs some milk. Mowing is the word. Mowing is the word. All right? I give you permission on this day to say mowing.
Mowing.
Every faucet in my house is mowing. Everything is mowing. Tell them to bring me my money.
Thank you very much for the super chat, Vox
you, Vox.
Quindaro. It is much appreciated, sir. Helps us keep the lights on here. Helps keep me in fancy leopard print clothing. Helps keep me in Canadian whiskey and 7-Up. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And an antenna might be in the cards now, Moen.
Yeah, we might be able to get an
Right.
antenna where you might have to climb 12 feet on his house and drill to put an outdoor antenna on his house. So, we'll see. It might be tough out, I mean, he's got to get the ladder out of the garage. He's got to get that drill out. He's got to go to Best Buy and buy a $50 outdoor antenna.
Are they $50?
Less than $50, you. Then run that cord to his TV. It's tough, guys. It's tough. But thank you, Vox Quindaro.
Thank you, Vox.
Here's another Jayhawk.
Keep going. Just two more.
I'm going to put together a beat there. Thank you again, Vox Quindaro, for that. Merry Christmas to you and yours as well.
Thank you.
Hope everything works well in Kansas this season.
He brings up a good thought, though. So he was mentioning the pigskin wizard, right? So Vox, Moen, and I were talking about the wizard, right?
The wizard of the Big Ten.
Wizard.
Okay, the inside joke about the wizard, and this is going to be for the older folks here in the audience, which I think we're all old folks here in the audience. On Nickelodeon, there used to be a show called Mr. Wizard's World. And in Mr. Wizard's World, he would do little scientific experiments with kids, and his name was Don Herbert, but there were times when Mr. Wizard was a dick. In fact, if you look up on YouTube, Mr. Wizard Dick, you will find a 13-minute compilation of Mr. Wizard as a dick. And that goes to the name of who I am referring to as the wizard in the Big Ten.
So
we
that's
both
the
grew up.
of this?
Yeah, but we both grew up watching Mr. Wizard. It was the same time as, so I call him Mr. Wizard because sometimes he can be a dick, and that's how he became the wizard of the Big Ten. Towtown Hawk says you mount at same time as Xmas lights, no excuse. No excuses. Thank you, Towtown Hawk.
It really is difficult when you don't have an antenna and you've got to play this game with these apps. I'm going to get this antenna. I'm going to cancel 5 apps.
Listen, no. Just get you a $49.99 antenna, dude. They mount outside. You can turn them to whatever. You're in Salt Lake City. You don't even need to turn the sumbitch. It's outside. It gets a signal. You drill a hole.
How big is this antenna going to be? Is it going to be like a spaceship bone?
I don't know. Somewhere in there is where my antenna is, and I pick up stations from Columbus, West Virginia, Pittsburgh. It's nice. Stormy Psych. Oh, did I do that? Towtown Hawk. Yeah. Mounted as your Christmas lights. Is there an early line on the Michigan Ohio State game? There is not.
It's going to be like
Tom Dubay says this just sounds wrong. Becky Go Huskies doesn't know who Mr. Wizard is.
Nobody knows who Mr. Wizard is. I've never heard of the guy either.
He needs some milk. He needs some milk.
Yeah. Pee Wee Herman too? No, Mr. Wizard. Mullen kind of looks like Danny DeVito. Fuck it, I'll take it. Marcus Williams doesn't know Mr. Wizard. All right, you take over. You, I'm gonna find Mr. Wizard for these people to show these people who Mr. Wizard is.
Oh, Marcus says a wizard and kids sounds troubling. Dude, it really does. Looked up some pictures of this guy. Mo's gonna pull it up and everything. Mr. Wizard, like Moen, like when we talked about Mr. Wizard or just the Wizard, why do we even have to go here and talk about Mr. Wizard? Because the Big Ten Wizard.
Because we have to. It's Friday. It's Friday. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk about Mr. Wizard. And,
I'm just telling everybody
share my
on this
screen.
show that's listening right now that when I make the thumbnails about the Big Ten Wizard, it ain't going to be Mr. Wizard on those thumbnails. It's going to be freaking Gandalf the Gray or White, right? That's the wizard we're talking about, the wizard of the Big Ten.
We're gonna watch Mr. Wizard's a dick right now.
See those two pins, Stacy?
Yes.
Well, today I'm going to stick them in you. Look at all the paper you wasted. You count that as a fold? That's enough.
Okay.
Because I already see that it's not random. Don't jump to conclusions. Why isn't it random? I told you to write down random numbers. What do you mean, not exactly? Can you see it or can't you? Well, you're right, but for the wrong reason. Sounds logical, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's wrong. Wrong.
It's wrong? Wrong.
Wrong.
That's right.
Not right.
That's how I was wrong?
That's how you were wrong. What did he say?
He said he's incapable of making a mistake, therefore I must be wrong. M-I-S-S.
You don't have to say anything. The computer is saying them for you.
Okay.
Try not to hit the table. Try instead to hit that little thing, okay?
You're seeing a beam of light.
No, you're seeing the
dust.
little pieces of dust. Well, you call them fingers, I'll call them propellers. You have to make the hole bigger than that, obviously. Haven't you ever seen a sliced banana before? You can't blow up a baby's nursing nipple? Well, you have one of those inside your head.
I do?
Yeah, it's called a brain. Come on, Eugene. Come on. Turn it over here like that and pull it straight up. No confidence in the science at all. You don't seem to have a great deal of confidence.
But it might come back and hit my face.
There, it's popped off.
Oh,
Wow, hit you right on the head, too. There you go.
Ouch.
Hot wax drop on your finger?
Yeah.
Well, hold it straight up, then it won't do that. Wait a minute. Just wait. Hold it a minute. Stop it.
I can't help
Don't.
it.
Stop it. Get up. Stop it. Get up. Stop it.
I can't get up.
And I must say, I don't think it looks any better than mine. What's making that sound, by the way?
Well,
Okay, wait till I'm through with you. You'll be sorry you said what you said. Before you leave today, your head's going to be on that platter.
I've never heard of food going up.
Well, yours is going to in just a moment. But instead of putting paper clips from here, we're going to put Ashley.
What? Oh, it's a terrible noise. It's very loud.
Yeah, try it again.
We got it, Moen. Mr. Wizard.
Sounds like wild elephant.
Anybody home?
Well, have fun. Count yourself, because I'm leaving.
Okay.
Bye.
And that's Mr. Wizard is a dick. For
He's
those
like,
who don't
he's
know,
like the grumpy guy, like Dennis the Menace, the grumpy next door neighbor. Yeah.
Mr. Wizard was a guy who was on that's a Canadian show, but they broadcast it on Nickelodeon. It was called Mr. Wizard's World. He would do these scientific experiments, et cetera, et cetera. He is the basis for the Big Bang Theory's Professor Proton. So he would do that, and hold on. There we go. He would do that, and he would do experiments and everything. And Mr. Wizard is a dick is the reason that we call the wizard the wizard.
So
and that
the
goes
real
back
wizard
when
is like Mr. Wizard.
we go back. That goes back to college when I was in college, and he would just say things that would be a dick, and he became Mr. Wizard as a dick.
What does Mr. Wizard think about being called the Big Ten Wizard?
I don't call him Big Ten Wizard. I just call him Wizard. I never heard of Mr. Wizard, and I know obscure references like Shadow Nose and HR Puff and stuff. I could have named him HR Puff and stuff, I suppose. He can't do a little because he can't do enough. Bro, what he's sticking things in kids is crazy work. Moen, we had some guy named Bill Nye the Science Guy before he was famous here in Seattle. He is nothing compared to Mr. Wizard. Mr. Wizard would outright insult the children. Wasn't there a science teacher, Mr. Wizard, who was Don Herbert? That is the guy, Don Herbert. That is Mr. Wizard. You young people are so soft. Gen X was treated ruthlessly, and we survived. Absolutely, Gen X forever. Bro, this is some diabolical behavior. That's Mr. Wizard. That's Mr.
He
Wizard.
just still was, That's how it is.
I bet the Wizard got convictions. I don't know about that. I think he was pretty highly considered in Canada. He got the Medal of Honor in Canada. Mr. Wilson, you was Dennis the Menace's neighbor.
Yeah, Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wizard, Mr. Wilson.
Big Bang Theory was mostly cheesy, but Bob Newhart nailed that Professor Proton character. Yes, that is absolutely correct. That is what that was based on Mr. Wizard, according to the writers. What the fuck is HR Puffin stuff? What the hell are you talking about? HR Puffin stuff. He can't do a little because he can't do enough.
Never heard of Puffin stuff.
You've never heard of Sid and Marty Krofft?
No.
But
I don't have an antenna.
Here we go. He doesn't have an antenna. Here we go. We're going to HR Puffin stuff.
What is HR Puffin stuff?
He was in the 70s, shit got a little weird,
Is Puffin stuff a cartoon?
Well, not exactly.
Is it like Beavis and Butthead?
Not exactly. It's kind of weird, but if you were on drugs, it was pretty cool.
Can't do enough. Once upon a summertime, just a dream from yes. Boy in this magic golden tape, watched her play like she to and knew exactly.
There's HR Puffin stuff.
He saw the witch's bold attack, and as the boy was fighting,
what is that? What is that?
Here we go.
He's a Muppet. He's a Muppet, right? The Puffin stuff. What were you watching, Moen?
Here we go.
HR Puffin stuff. Can't do a little cause he can't do enough. Once upon a summertime, just a dream from yesterday, a boy in his magic golden flute heard a boat from on the bay. Come and play with me, Jimmy, come and play with me, and I will take you on a trip far across the sea. But the boat belonged to a kooky old witch who had in mind the flute to snitch. From her broom broom in the sky, she watched her plans materialize. She waved her wand, the beautiful boat was gone. The skies grew dark, the sea grew rough, and the boat sailed on and on and on and on and on and on. stuff was watching too and knew exactly what to do. He saw the witch's bold attack, and as the boy was fighting back,
he called his rescue racer crew as often they'd rehearse, and off to save the boy they flew.
But who would get there first?
But now the boy had washed ashore, Puff arrived to save the day, which made the witch so mad and sore. She shook her fist and screamed away. H.R. Puff and Stuff, push your bed when things get rough. H.R. Puff and Stuff, can't do a little 'cause you can't do enough. H.R. Puff and Stuff, push your bed when things get rough. H.R. Puff and Stuff, can't do a little 'cause you can't do enough.
There you go. HR Puff.
Dude, that was amazing.
Do a little because he can't do enough. And believe it or not, those guys had a bunch of TV shows on the on Saturday morning, and they successfully sued McDonald's. You remember McDonald's Playlands with like Merrimack cheese and yeah, they sued him for that because that was actually a ripoff of HR Puff and Stuff. But they had one called Lidsville where everybody was hats. Sid and the Sea Monsters, where one of them was a sea monster.
That looked like a pretty
lots of
show.
puffing stuff, and they
there's lots of puffing stuff.
When I was in college, they replayed that on ABC Family on Saturday mornings, and we would puff stuff and watch that.
That had to be quite the experience. Is that the Ohio State experience?
I guess so. At least it was my experience. 70s was a great decade to be a kid. 80s was a great decade to be a teenager. 90s was a great decade to be in your 20s.
Puffing stuff.
Crack babies apparently are a real thing. Well, HR Puffin stuff. Fox Quindaro show Lidsville. Yeah, there's Lidsville. Lidsville is another one. They had a bunch of shows on TV at that time.
Wait, who's this? Like, it's just like network TV was playing this kind of stuff?
No. They were two brothers called Sid and Marty Croft, and they had this whole line of shows. It would be like Lidsville, the Bugaboos, which was about like singing bugs. They had this whole Sid and Marty Croft universe. But the funny thing is they did end up suing McDonald's for McDonald's land, and they won a lot of money.
Wow.
No, we need Homie the Clown. No, that's past my time. Oregon up 14-0, 8 minutes to go in the first quarter over Minnesota. I think we could all understand that. Purple Dude Grommet. I don't remember the purple dude being Grommet, but that's me. Like, I wasn't a kid during HR Puff and stuff. They just showed it on ABC Family, and we thought it was the greatest thing ever, but, you know.
Like, what was the... Who was the target audience for Puff and Stuff? Was that for kids or was that for adults?
No, Puff and Stuff was huge. Puff and Stuff did like live shows, like Puff and Stuff on Ice, and all that stuff. He made a lot of money, or they made a lot of money. HR Puff and Stuff's just a goddamn puppet. 1990s was a decade of great concerts. Absolutely. Lollapalooza 96, greatest concert I've ever been to at Buckeye Lake. Wasn't Grimace the purple one? Yes. Grimace was originally a angry monster who wanted shakes. Vox Quindaro says, hated it all. Well,
Puff and Stuff.
Secondhand smoke high kids was the target audience.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Probably. I mean, but they made a lot of money. Sid and Marty Krofft, man, they had like 17 shows on TV at one time. So before the 1980s when cartoons came in. I hate Sid and Marty to this day because of that crap. Saturday mornings went from Looney Tunes and the Pink Panther to their garbage. And do not get me started on Scooby-Doo and all the Hanna-Barbera cartoons, Vox Condoro, Jabberjaws, and like every Hanna-Barbera cartoon that involved a mystery-solving team with like Captain Caveman and, all that stuff. Becky, you were a Zennial, really? You should have none of these. Yes, this is pure Gen X. Pure Gen X. Marcus Williams says, I was born in 88. I don't get any of this stuff.
I don't get any of it, too. It's fascinating, though, to learn about.
You get Garfield and Friends and...
Oh, yeah, of course you got Garfield. You got X-Men and all the cartoons. Right?
Pee-wee's Playhouse. You got that?
Pee-wee's Playhouse was a little early still, right?
Puffin Stuff and Lidsville were both drug references that Sid and Marty thought were funny.
There's no doubt about Puffin Stuff. Like, even watching that intro, that's 100% true right there.
All right. We're going to do a video react show for the rest of the stream, guys. So it's not going to be about college football because there's really not.
We're going to get totally booted off this.
No, we're not. No, we're not, dude. Trust me. Trust me. Show used to be called Mr. Show. Well, used to be called. It still is called Mr. Show on everything. You can catch it on HBO Max. Let me get this set up here. I will show you their parody of the altered let me see here. Share screen. YouTube.
I have no idea where you're taking us, Moan.
I know, but that's the exciting part about it. And add the stage.
Hi, I'm Sam Kraft, and this is my brother Criminy. You remember us?
I just need to figure out how to get
Our
audio to work
menagerie of
sometimes.
uppity oddballs were over your Saturday morning television set when you were a kid. Yeah.
Come on, audio.
Was HR Puffin Stuff a dragon?
Yeah, he was also the mayor.
The mayor?
Yeah, he was the mayor of the island, or the living island.
We can hear your audio on those videos.
I know. I'm trying to do stuff. Here we go. Do stuff. Here we go. Oh, I hate YouTube
Moan.
sometimes, man.
Moan, I've got to ask you this question. What kind of stuff are you watching in your spare time, my friend?
Dude, let me tell you something. Mr. Show. But I listen, if you've got HBO Max, you can watch oh, shut it off. If you've got HBO Max, you can watch Mr. Show with Bob and David. One of my favorite shows of all time. I went and saw them in concert a few years ago when they did their Hooray for America concert. Is fantastic. They went and did a show on Netflix too. It's called With Bob and David. It's okay. It's okay. It's not as good as Mr. Show, but definitely something you should check out.
Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock.
That's
was
a good
the
one
shit,
right there,
man.
baby.
That was the shit. Although those
That's great.
dozers, man, the dozers, they kept building buildings, and like the Fraggles would just come eat the shit. And it's like, if you're a dozer and you built like a skyscraper and then a Fraggle ate it, and then it's just like you're supposed to think the next day to just, oh shit, I guess I'll go build another skyscraper. Why would you even bother? Like, develop weapons to prevent the Fraggles from eating your shit, man.
Moen, I don't think we've ever gone this far away from
We've gone
football.
deep.
And
We've gone deep. We've gone beyond football. We've gone to reaction content. I know it's easy content, but I'm a little lit, and
the reaction content's good. That's good. I had no idea. I've never heard of some of this stuff. Lidsville and Puffville.
Lidsville, Mr. Wizard, HR Puffin
Mr.
stuff.
Wizard. The Big Ten Wizard. That's how we got on this. The Big Ten Wizard.
Big Ten Wizard is based off of Don Herbert, Mr. Wizard. Muppet Babies was my shit as a 6-year-old. Respect. Little after my time, but respect. Didn't have watching this on my bingo card. Fair enough. We used to need a Phillips head screwdriver to hook up the VCR or Atari to our television. Slide the pin under the screw. You didn't need a Phillips head, brother. You needed a butter knife. Every kid will tell you that. You needed a butter knife. You needed a butter knife. When we were kids, we used to prank call the PBS telethons.
Well, wait. What was a telethon? What's a PBS telethon?
You don't even know what a telethon is? They would come on every few times a year and try and raise money for PBS, and it'd be like, if you're enjoying this show of Yanni versus paparazzi, you can contribute, and if you contribute $300, we'll give you this free tote bag. And here's the number to contribute. So we would call them because, like, we lived in the country. We had no entertainment, so we had to entertain ourselves. So we would call them because they would show the phone bank in the background of everybody taking calls for donations. And we would call them, and I'd be like, guess what, Grandma? Puffle had kittens. And she'd be like, I'm not your grandma. And I'd start crying on the phone. And then she would go around and ask everybody if they had a grandchild that had a cat named Puffles. And sometimes we just scream in the phone to see them pull the phone away from their face. And
man, so they would actually show you like a live stream of
yeah. That was the best part of it. It was live. You could get the reaction live and watch it. We used to record it on VHS tape just to watch it back later and laugh. And it would be like, my brother would say something like, I prefer broomsticks. And the guy would go, pardon? And then my brother would just scream at him, and you just see him going, whoa, pulling away from the phone. He's taking us down memory lane. There you go.
He is. He definitely is.
Puffin Stuff Kids graduated to Pink Floyd. There you go. Absolutely.
Oh my, yeah. I'm not sure that's like a different audience. I think it's basically the same adults watching both, listening to little Pink Floyd.
X-Men, Camp Candy, and Bobby's World. There you go. That's probably more.
I remember these. So Becky and I, these are the shows that I watched too. Bobby's World.
Yeah. WGN9 had excellent kids programs. We didn't get that until we were much older. We were kind of left with our local kids programs. Yes, the X-Men theme song, absolutely.
Dude, X-Men was so
To
good.
this day. Da-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na. Wile E. Coyote, who never caught that fucking Roadrunner. Fuck that Roadrunner. There should have been at least one episode, just one episode where he like tears the throat out of the Roadrunner.
Well, he caught Roadrunner, but he can never finish off Roadrunner.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He should have had at least one episode. Woodstock 99, Rome, New York was the best. Okay, if you say so, man. I was at Ozfest one year here in Columbus, Ohio, and cops came in on horseback. My friend said, "Oh, let's see what happens." And I said, "Fuck you, we're going to Waffle House." I know what was going to happen. I said they weren't going to take names and figure out who the troublemakers are. If you had long hair, they were just going to start clubbing you. I saw the Foo Fighters on their first tour in 1995 for $7. I am jealous. That would have been a great concert, that first album. I loved it. We had 13 channels growing up, not like we had a lot of choices. Man, I had 4 channels growing up. I had PBS, I had WTTE, which was Fox 28. I had Channel 10.
Did you have cable?
No cable? No, not until they brought cable to the area. I lived in a rural area, so we didn't have cable. I had 10 TV, which was WBNS 10 TV. And then if I was lucky, I could pick up NBC. If I was lucky, you had to really maneuver the antenna and all that stuff. But Becky says we need Homie the Clown. We're not doing Homie the Clown. I think I got that one already. Let's go down here a little bit. I was born in 88 and I don't get any. Yeah, it was a 70s thing, man. It was a 70s thing. Sorry.
Puff and stuff. Cannot believe that. Mr. Wizard and Puff and stuff. The stuff that goes in your mind.
It's amazing what can be learned on Fridays. Absolutely. Sometimes we don't talk college football. Sometimes it breaks down. We talk television programming for kids. I will stand by the fact that fewer channels is better. I think there's more
apps. These horrendous apps.
I think there's more community that can be found with fewer channels. What's
not anymore.
Telethon?
Community I see is Michigan, Ohio State every week on TV.
What's a
That's
telethon?
13.
I can't believe Tawtown Hawk doesn't know what a telethon is. PBS still holds telethons, by the way. But their phone technology has gotten much better and they will block you. What's a telethon? Jerry Lewis, MDS, MDA telethon. That's the most popular one. But the PBS ones were the most fun because you could really screw with them, and then they would threaten you and say, well, we're going to trace calls. They never trace calls.
I think the people are saying, like, what? How do you not know what a telethon is?
Oh, okay.
I think there's a little shock here that some of us don't know what telethons. But now that you speak of it, I remember seeing like programming. It was like ABC, the local affiliate. I think one time they did a telethon, downtown.
The nice thing is, if guys listen, if they solicit the calls, if they ask you to call in, you can't do anything bad. Like, as long as you don't threaten to, do anything bad. No caller ID made for telephone terrorist children. You're right. Listen, it was the middle of summer. There was nothing to do around here. What were we supposed to do? We called PBS. Becky Go Huskies, she lived on the luxury side. She had cable her whole life.
Yeah.
Laura Weiss, we had Austin and San Antonio channels when I was in high school.
Let's go.
Cable showed up around 83, 84. That's right. It did. I started with 3 channels: ABC, CBS, and NBC. That was it. I got a little luckier.
Football.
I had PBS and Fox. Could not get ABC in to save my life.
Wasn't that Monday Night Football was on ABC for a long time?
Yep.
Man, I remember
Up
that.
until like 2007.
Yeah.
Cable in the 80s was only like 30 channels, not 500 channels. Absolutely right. And they were not all great channels. You know. Tawtown Hawk was saying that to what you said. That is why he had Jesus fucking Christ afterwards. Like, how the hell do you not know? Okay. Thank you for
telephone.
Chat is full of children's. Children.
Not all.
Mike Myers and Kanye West for Hurricane Katrina was a telethon. George Bush doesn't like black people. That's absolutely right. It was a telethon, but you didn't see the phone bank behind them, Marcus Williams. That was the best part. You could see the phone bank. You knew who you were talking to. You could scream in the earpiece and watch them pull the phone away. That was the best part.
You got to be kidding me.
Prank
how
calling.
Many times did you prank how many times did you
constantly? If PBS had 2 or 3 telethons a year, usually the Civil War telethon, whenever they replayed Ken Burns' Civil War, telethon time, man. That was the time where you would call. Summertime, they would usually do like a Bob Ross marathon and have a telethon. That was the time to call. Prank calling a telethon is good, clean fun, unlike this generation that prank live streams by wagging their genitals.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, not only that, and then I have to track down those generations. Those generations don't realize that the older generation is a little smarter than them and has to track them down and then put the fear of God into them.
You ever talked with his mom?
No, I talked to his school district. What the fuck? You were a demon for pranking people. Probably. But I mean, it was fun. I mean, look, we weren't out there on the fucking streets slinging crack or whatever, or carrying guns. I mean, we were carrying guns, but like, we were carrying guns where there was nobody else around. So, we might shoot a chipmunk or something. The first cable box had 6 physical buttons you had to punch down to change the channel. That's absolutely true. Columbus, Ohio, it was called Cube, Qube. Definitely check that out. It was a very interesting thing there. Tawtown Hawks is Big 12 realignment guy. I don't know what that means.
I don't either. But we have some Big 12 realignment guys on this channel, baby.
Absolutely. Well, we've been going at it for about 2 hours here, guys.
Off the rails.
Off the rails. But it was fun. It was fun. I definitely think it was fun anyway. I want to thank some people who came in here and gave us some money, which is always important. And as soon as I click all these stars, I'll be able to tell you who those people were.
Wait, one second. Let's just give some.
Okay, so the dude that flashed me in rant was a 15-year-old kid. And what I did was I was able to track him down because he's a fucking moron. And I'm actually pretty good at tracking people. I used to be a skip tracer for credit debt collection companies. So I was able to track him down and I contacted his school.
Dang.
Hey, and I know people are going to say, man, that was cold-blooded. Why would you do that? Because,
not really.
because I'm an asshole, and yeah. So
Dude,
that
I mean,
kid, he went to Asheville. He was in Asheville, North Carolina. I forget the kid's name off the top of my head, but
yeah, we don't need to say anything about that.
we don't need to
that's-
say his name or anything. But
No.
yeah, he was an asshole for doing stuff like that, and
You can't do that kind of stuff. That's like that's
Yeah.
way worse than prank calling somebody. Dude, yeah, he paid for that.
he got a talking to by his school board and his parents, and his parent. I talked to his parents, so you know. I want to
He
thank
did.
Storm. I want to thank Expedition Greg, Stormy Cyclone, Lori Weiss, OPD Don, Amazing Blue, Laura Weiss again, Amazing Blue again, Tot Town Hawk, Vox Quindaro with the $100 super chat. Holy hell!
They've been sucking you, sucking you, and sucking you. They've been sucking you, sucking you, and sucking you. They've been sucking you, sucking you, and sucking you. You're sick of it. I get it. They've been sucking you, sucking you, and sucking you. They've been sucking you, sucking.
There you
What
go.
happens- let me ask you this. Okay, you've got the squawk button. Okay.
Yeah.
Like go back to Vox's super chat. Like, what if you press that like 5 times quick, like right after each other? Not quite as good as I was hoping, Moan. I do love it.
There you go.
Amazing.
You got that that going for you. Town Hawk with the Ute mounted at the same time as Exercises No Excuses. Listen, guys, I'm going to send him a link to the antenna I bought off of Amazon. I know it's only like $49.99. He's just going to have to mount it, drill a hole in his wall, put the coaxial cable through, and the man will be set. Ute.
Or else you can just pirate stuff on YouTube.
That's true. Steal shit. Steal shit, yo. Do you have anything you want to say before we wrap up this big freaking Friday show?
Well, we'll go back to like the title of this live stream. Does the Big Ten capital investment marks doomsday for the Big Ten? We never really got around to answering that question, but like let's just answer it. It's no. It doesn't mark doomsday at all. It's gonna get done.
It's no. Michigan and USC will end up conceding and being a part of it.
Yep.
I don't see this being some major issue. I think by next Friday, we're going to find out for sure because that's the date, 11/21/25. So we'll find out for sure, but I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. I think Michigan and USC will both agree to become members of that deal. And from there, the ball will be in the Big 12's court, the ACC's court, and the SEC's court.
Well, I think next Friday we should have a party for the Big Ten private equity deal.
Okay. You heard that from you. We're going to have a party. I might need a little more of this stuff.
You do need a refill right there.
I do need a refill because that was a full bottle at 5:00. So,
well, that's why we went down to Mr. Hufflepuff or whatever, like these shows are.
Puffin stuff. Puffin stuff,
like
man.
puffin stuff, man. Puffin stuff. Like, do you realize if Nate was here, we would never even get close to going that deep?
I know. But listen, man, sometimes you got to make a massive left turn. You're looking at the road of life, and there's left, right, center. And Nate would say, keep center. And Moen will say, veer off to the left, and let's find Puffin stuff. Let's find Mr. Wizard. Let's find Mr. Show with Bob and David. Let's find all these stuff that you're looking for. And let's entertain people, man, because that's what it's about. I just want to entertain people.
Yeah.
That's it, I just want to entertain people. And if people are entertained, great. And if people weren't entertained, I'll do better in the future.
Let them cook. Absolutely.
Let them cook. Absolutely. But that's not in special. That's in general. So general.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said, let him cook.
So for myself, for Wild Ute, for myself, the Pale Ghost, I want to thank everybody for tuning into this week's episode of the Big Freaking Friday Show. I want to thank everybody who supported us with super chats and memberships. I want to remind you to leave a comment, a like, a subscribe on the channel if this is your first time watching. Those help us so much. They cost you nothing, nada, zilch, zero, and they benefit us so much. So I want to thank everybody who did tune in. We will catch you next Friday. And peace out, I guess. Peace out.
Go Utes.